I don't think I have the words to describe the Black Panther's son, you know, his white son. I don't have the words to describe this. What writer at Marvel saw the Ryan Gosling Black Panther memes and just like, you know what? That's actually a good idea. Let's do that. It's a meme. They were not serious.
According to some sources, allegedly, the new Black Panther will be anything other than black. Yeah, you heard me right. Allegedly, the casting of the third Black Panther film will be that of a white Black Panther.
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody. A few of you guys have been asking me to react to this situation. Marvel Comics introducing T'Challa's white son, Ketema, as the future Black Panther and King of Wakanda. I mean, this thing is absolutely going mega viral. Everybody's talking about it. And the reason is for obvious reasons. Look, in my opinion, Marvel just did this for shock value. They're getting everything that they want to get out of this. Okay, it's obvious that they just wanted to shock the world. They want to shake things up because they can't sell comics any other way. They can't sell comics with just good old-fashioned storytelling. So we got to go for shock and awe. And a lot of the reactions are exactly what you would expect.
Nah, y'all ain't gonna believe this shit I just found out. The Black Panther, they're saying now, the new one is white. And he's supposed to be T'Challa's son, or claiming to be. And he's white. They're saying he's a villain in the series, but I don't like this. First of all, the Black Panther is always black, and in the second movie, his son was black. Bitch, you not about to fucking trick me with this shit.
Marvel introduces a white man as the new Black Panther. Just to be clear, this is what he looks like. He is described to have white skin, blue eyes, and blonde hair. By becoming Black Panther, he beat T'Challa in combat, meaning he is now the king of Wakanda. Now, how do I feel about the white guy being the Black Panther? Honestly, not comfortable.
Miles. Nah, bro. No, the fuck you did. Who is this? No! No! Mom, no! 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 Cut it. End it. Now. Immediately.
We have a white Black Panther before GTA 6. Marvel, what is going on? For those who don't know, the new Black Panther in the comics is this guy right here called Ketema. Yeah? In my language, if you say Ketema, it means a little black. Bro, what is Marvel doing, bro? He's meant to be T'Challa's son. Like, I don't know how that's possible. Maybe Uncle Ruckus, man. Man had a revitiligo or some shit.
But yeah, a white, blue-eyed blonde is the king of Wakanda now in this comic. Let me know what you guys think.
Disappointing news. There's a new king in Wakanda, and he's palm-colored. They be letting us know low-key that we cannot have anything unless their hands are on it as well. The good news is this isn't a part of the MCU. It's a part of the Black Panther news storyline called The Host. The man here in question, Hunter, aka White Wolf. My resources are telling me that this brother been around. Let me know if I'm wrong. I guess Marvel's trying to figure out what it looked like when the legacy is challenged, but not erased. But what do you think? Is this a creative risk? Are you fucking with it? Because I, for one, is not fucking with this shit.
Look, check this out. How is this for a Marvel what if? What if the real reason that this Black Panther video game was shut down last week, the real reason behind it all, is that Marvel came to EA and said, yo, pull the plug. We just read this great comic book by Christopher Priest, and we run it with White Panther, okay? Pull the plug. Ketema's our new Panther going forward. We going with White Panther. Bruh, man, the absolute outrage by everybody if that news came out and we got a White Panther video game instead. All right? And I mean, no. Real talk, to the guy's point, the previous guy that was just saying, it's not in the MCU, it doesn't make a difference, it doesn't really matter. That's the truth. Until it hits the mainstream, most black people ain't gonna care. Much in the same way that most of you guys didn't care about this character, Shala Ball, existing in comics at all. A lot of y'all didn't even know Shalabal existed in comics because you didn't care. Silver Surfer was always Norrin Rad, and if they had one little spin-off storyline where there was a female Silver Surfer, Shalabal, big deal. So what? Who cares? We move on, we accept, whatever. All right, that's fine. That's the comics. Once it hit the mainstream, that's when everybody lost their shit. And the same exact thing would happen with, what's his face? Ketema, all right? The exact same shit would happen with Ketema. Black people would flip their lids if this guy was introduced and he became Black Panther, White Panther, whatever you want to call him. If he was the lead of the movie, everybody would be like, what in the hell is this? What's going on here? Why did they race swap? Oh my God. That's when people would lose their shit. But if he's just like in a comic book and it's just a one single run and that's it, he never shows his face again, most people ain't gonna care. And that's why the reactions right now, if you actually check, the reactions are just kind of like, man, I don't really care.
Marvel Comics has introduced a White Black Panther. And I'm going to be completely honest and I'm going to tell you guys how I feel. And I mean this with everything in me. I don't care.
I seen online that they making a new Black Panther with Ryan Gosling. And black people bugging. You know what I'm saying? Yo, how they gonna do that? How they gonna turn Black Panther white? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? We don't own Black Panther, man. We had 2 Black Panther movies directed by a black man and were almost literally an entire black cast. We appreciate it. Thank you. We don't own Black Panther, man. Marvel owns Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate the movies that they gave us and allowed us to express our blackness and Wakanda forever and all that. But, you know, they can move on in whatever direction they want to move on. You want a black superhero, then create one.
I'm going to make a prediction about this Black Panther book, okay? I bought it and I read it, and I don't see what all the outrage is about, honestly. So by now, if you follow comic books, you have seen that the new Black Panther is a white guy. Appears to be a white guy named Ketema, okay? If you have not read this book, if you're interested in comics and you read comics, if you have not read this book, I encourage you to go to your local comic book store and pick up a copy and read it yourself. You see in the fight with Ketema and T'Challa that T'Challa says, "You're my son." And Ketema says, "I was a pawn. I was just a pawn to you." So there's some kind of disconnect there. So all the outrage that you see, I think are probably from people who did not read this comic book. But we'll see if my prediction comes true. I think this is going to be 6 issues. So the Marvel's Knights, the world to come. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. So I don't see what the big deal is. It's a solid first issue, for sure.
Oh no, a white Black Panther. Whatever would we do? It's almost as if people told y'all that this was a possibility. Black Panther, Spider-Man, Captain America, all of those are titles. If you meet them certain circumstances, you can become said title. It's almost as if we told you that skin color does not matter. But y'all made it matter for whatever reason. This is why I never understood why people said Steve Rogers was race swap, Peter Parker was race swap. Because no, they weren't. They are still the same characters. Miles Morales and Sam Wilson are separate characters. They just took on the titles. The people that read comics already know that. It's the people that just want to hear themselves talk that don't understand that. But honestly, I'm kind of glad this happened. So now y'all can shut up. Enjoy it. Please enjoy it. It's meant to be enjoyed. It's supposed to be a story. Enjoy the story. Or don't. Who cares?
Yeah, most people don't care. They're just like, yeah, whatever. And it's no big deal. No big deal. Y'all thought we was all going to be mad. Ha, ha, ha. We're not mad at all. Okay, wait till he hits the MCU. If this guy hits the MCU, all bets are off. All right, you're going to see the actual outrage. And again, that's going to come from your general audience members. That's not going to come from the comic fans. Comic fans will be trying to run defense right at that point. Oh, no, guys, he was in the comics. It's okay. Don't trip. What? Hell no. And that's when everything hits the fan, okay? That's when the shit hits the fan. But yeah, let's go ahead and read this article on Bound in the Comics. Shout out to Spencer Bakuli. In a move that is sure to cause the exact explosion of discourse it was intended to, Marvel Comics has kicked off their latest visit to their Marvel Knights imprints with the revelation that at some point in the near future of Earth 616, T'Challa will find himself challenged for both Wakandan throne and the Black Panther by its heir apparent, his blonde-haired, white-skinned son, Ketema. Yeah, and all of this is just basically the storyline behind it, all right? Got some artwork as well. You know, like, how did we get there? Basically, you know, T'Challa is challenged by his son, Ketema, who's in a mask, all right? He's masked up at the moment, all right? T'Challa first beats him, but he's unable to bring the challenge to an end because he got to kill Ketema, so he shows mercy. Ketema basically takes T'Challa down. After that, punch, down T'Challa goes. And then with T'Challa being unable to stand, Ketema turns to the elders of Wakanda, declares himself the new Black Panther. I am king now. Wakanda is mine. And then that's when you get this picture of the white guy, all right? The white dude, all right? Ketema, the White Panther, all right? Blonde-haired, blue-eyed Panther. And yeah, everybody's tripping. At current, outside of his existence, physical appearance, and hatred of his father, no further details have been presented regarding Ketema's background. So look, this story is meant to cause controversy. It's meant to get people's blood boiling. It's meant to stir up trouble. Yeah, Cosmic Book News covered it. Marvel's White Black Panther explained he's the villain. All right. It's meant to be some sort of an allegory. He kind of goes into it, Matt McGloin, on this. All right. He has some theories. He says theory number one, this is going to be a Trump era allegory in Wakanda. So depending on how this story moves forward, yeah, he's some sort of a white authoritarian dictator that wants to come in and dominate Wakanda and take over, blah, 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 blah. He's an evil authoritarian dictator, blah, blah, blah. They're going to use it as some sort of a political allegory with Trump. That's basically what he says here. He says this could be Marvel's way of creating a fascist stand-in, a white rightful heir who takes power under the guise of bloodline and order. This parallels how some view Trump, a figure exploiting identity and nationalism, pushing isolationism and dominance. If this new White Black Panther is eventually shown in subsequent issues to rule through fear or authoritarian control, it's Marvel's way of mirroring President Trump. Yeah, so probably some political allegory. It's either that or, he says here, a reflection on post-apartheid South Africa. All of this is absolute retardation and stupid shit if they do it this way. Why can't it just be a story? Why can't it just be, hey, man, we just want to have a white Black Panther for shock value, all right? Just a straightforward comic. Yep, we're just going to tell a story. We'll have them get defeated in the end. We're not going to put any politics in it. It's not going to be a one-to-one, reflection or allegory of anything in real life. We're not doing that. You know, that would be actually a breath of fresh air. You know, if it's just to sell comics, if it's just to drum up hype and drum up controversy and all of that stuff like that, I honestly wouldn't mind seeing just a naked cash grab like that. All right. Just a barefaced, bold cash grab. We're just trying to sell comics. And we know a white Black Panther would sell some comics. I absolutely wouldn't mind that versus having some stupid ass allegory about Trump or apartheid. Yeah, give me just a naked cash grab. All right. I actually have no problem with that. Yeah, but then he covered it. White Black Panther is coming to the MCU. It could be that they said, hey, you know what? We saw this Ryan Gosling. We saw this meme going viral. You know, we said, everybody's interested in this meme. People seem to like this meme. Hot dog, let's go for it. All right. Let's do it. Let's give them White Black Panther. Hey, Ryan Gosling, what you doing for the next few years? You want to be in the MCU? Yeah, Superhero Hype covered it. Ryan Gosling could be White Black Panther in MCU after Ketema reveal, man. Yo, this is when it gets interesting. Like I said, all of those reactions that you saw, that's a single comic book. And not too many people read comics. Not too many people pay attention to comics. But put it in the mainstream. Put it out there in the MCU. Put $200 to $300 million behind the movie and have this dude right here playing Black Panther, White Black Panther, whatever you want to call him, Ketema. Have this dude as the star, not a side character or something he got to go up against. That. No. The star of the movie. It's about him being accepted into Wakanda. You want to see some black people flip their shit? Black people will absolutely lose it at that point. But only at that point. Until then, hey, it's just a talking point. It's something on the internet. That's the only place it'll go, all right? People won't get that frustrated about it. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Look, this whole concept is just absolutely bonkers. They shouldn't be doing this, but nevertheless, here we are, all right? We're in full clown world territory. I say it all the time. That's why we having a lot of fun with this shit. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.